Hi, today I'm going to talk about how to live with your soon-to-be ex-spouse during the divorce process. Having to stay in the home together while getting divorced can be unbelievably difficult, maybe one of the most difficult experiences for many couples. Whether you choose to cohabitate because you own a home together and you still have to decide what you're going to be doing with the home, or perhaps you have children together and you don't want to leave the property until the custody agreement has been set in place, or for financial reasons, and because you still need to know where you stand, what you'll be left with once the divorce is final. Some couples find that living together until divorce is done is their only alternative. So here are my 9 tips for how to live with your soon-to-be ex while getting divorced. Number 1, distribute household responsibilities. As hard or as awkward as this conversation may be, in the long run, you will love yourself for having it. Have a discussion about splitting up chores. For example, you can agree on who will maintain the lawn or who will do the recycling. You can also decide on simple things like dishes, and that maybe it's best for you to do the dishes right after someone uses them, and that you will both now do your own separate laundry and things like that. Number 2, separate your living spaces as much as possible, meaning establish room boundaries. Again, this is another uncomfortable discussion that needs to happen immediately. Come up with a plan or an agreement about boundaries in the marital home. For example, you may decide to keep the bedroom and your ex can stay in the guest room, or one of you can sleep on the couch if there is no guest room. Also decide how you will want to divide shared spaces. So again, you're going to have to agree on some kind of a schedule to use all common areas such as the kitchen, the living room, the bathroom, the dining room, etc. So for instance, you can agree that the kitchen will be yours around 5:30 when you get home from work so that you can cook dinner for the children. This will limit the contact and the conflicts that you have with your ex. Plus, it would relieve some of the anxiety and tension of seeing one another while the divorce proceedings are happening. Number 3, try to get out of the house as much as possible. Go visit family, go see friends, go to the gym, make plans to keep yourself busy. If you have children, take them to the park or go visit your family. The more you can keep your distance, the better it will be for you emotionally. Now, please don't misunderstand. This doesn't mean that you should be keeping your children from spending time with your ex. On the contrary, make sure that you make them aware of your plans and let them know in advance about any specific dates or times that you will need for your kids. Now, if this is happening during the holidays, again, you're going to have to agree on some kind of a plan, take turns to be with them, or something to that effect. Now, of course, if you feel that you can handle sharing the holidays, then do it. But please make sure about your intentions. Don't try to use this as a chance to persuade your ex-spouse into staying with you. So sitting down and setting up some kind of a weekly schedule to spend time with the children will be very beneficial for all of you. Number 4, begin to budget. Don't buy a car or anything expensive for that matter. Remember that you still don't know what property or what assets or what you will be left with once the divorce is over. So you need to keep in mind that your expenses will be very different without your spouse's income. Number 5, be as civil as possible, especially if you have children together. Keep conflicts away from your children. Like most therapists advise, establish a good co-parenting relationship right from the get-go, if at all possible. Put your emotions aside and avoid fights in front of your kids. Whenever your ex does something to trigger you, take a breath and remind yourself to put a pin on it for a moment, and later on, think about whether or not it's something that really is actually important that needs resolution, or if it's something that you can let go of altogether. You're going to find that many things trigger you right now because of your emotional state. And by taking a step away, you may realize that it was really nothing of importance and you can just let it go. Just remember that your children are going through enough emotional distress on their own during the divorce, so there's no need to add more stress into their lives right now. Number 6, don't sleep with your ex-spouse, no matter what. If you still love them, if you still find them attractive, or if you just miss the sex, remember, you're getting divorced for a reason, so don't sleep with them. Sex with your soon-to-be ex before divorce is final may complicate things terribly and set you back emotionally, especially if you're not the one who filed for the divorce. Number 7, don't use the kids as leverage. Your children are not pawns, and they should never be used to manipulate, spite, or blackmail one another. They should never be thrown into the middle of your disputes. All of the disputes with you and your ex should stay between you and your ex. So do your best. At the very least, try to be civil with one another while the divorce progresses and the custody is being negotiated. Number 8, be discreet about dating. If you feel that you must date right now, don't discuss this with your ex, and please do not bring dates to your marital home ever, even if you know that they will be away. And if you are already dating someone and this is the reason for your divorce, it is especially important that you use discretion. Try to be as sensitive as possible and avoid anything that might antagonize your ex or bring them more pain and suffering, like bringing other people to your home or having phone conversations with this other person while your ex is present. Remember, the last thing that you want to do right now is provoke your ex or have a big blowout while the divorce and settlements are in progress. Respect one another as much as you can and keep things as calm and peaceful as possible. Number 9, self-care. Right now, you are going through the most awkward, difficult, excruciating time of your life. So please don't forget self-care. Get some physical activity going. And if you can't go to the gym, go do some home yoga, go for some nice long walks, maybe recruit a friend to do this with you. And by the way, there are a ton of free videos right now on the internet that you can follow that has all kinds of exercises. And aside from physical, please take care of your mental and spiritual state. Do some deep meditations or some breathing exercises. Get outside for a really good walk in nature or go for a run. And if you're a religious person, go to your place of worship where you can be alone and pray. And if you're finding that you're having a hard time eating, please speak to your healthcare professional to help you set up some kind of a plan to get some nutrients in you. Sometimes they can recommend some health shakes to get some nutrients in your body until you can eat. So those are my top 9 tips for cohabitating with your soon-to-be ex-spouse while going through a divorce. And I just want to say that this topic was inspired by Elle, a beautiful woman that wrote to me about her situation. And I just want to say to Elle, I'm so sorry. I myself did not have children with my ex-spouse, and I did not have to cohabitate with him. Honestly, this would have been my ultimate nightmare because I was still in love with my ex when we were getting divorced. So my heart really goes out to you. So please just follow these steps. Even if you need more support, please seek a therapist or a coach to help you. So thank you so much for watching. As always, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. And also, please don't forget to look below for some very helpful resources. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care.